Welcome to Dads and Dollars podcast with your host, Stanley Funches, certified financial planner, business owner, author, speaker, and father of three. Listen as Stanley shares his valuable insights around fatherhood and finances gained from over 20 plus years of experience. You'll hear stories, lessons learned, and the ups and downs he and his guests have encountered on their journeys as fathers, professionals, and business owners. These shared lessons will help provide you a path for financial independence while celebrating the challenges of being a dad. Thank you for joining the conversation. Here's your host, Stanley Funches.
Good day. Welcome to Dads and Dollars, a podcast where fatherhood and finances are woven into many life topics. My name is Stanley Funches. I'm a certified financial planner by profession and a father of three in this thing called life. We are glad you can join us for season 1, episode 20. In this episode, we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's my profession. Have you ever asked yourself, what's the role of a financial planner? Well, we're going to discuss that and more. Stay tuned. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about the role of a financial planner. And see, we get this question all the time. It's like a financial planner, financial advisor. We have so many different names and titles of people out there. It's like, what is the role of a financial planner? What is a financial planner? And it's something that is a question that's brought up often. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time here today. Hopefully this will be pretty brief, but again, I'm the son of a minister, so no sermon is probably as brief as we really would want it to be. So, but talking about the role of a financial planner. So Google, the dictionary in Google says it's a person employed to manage personal finances of clients. Okay. I felt that definition was kind of incomplete. I guess person employed to manage personal finances of clients. Okay. But then we go to the great Wikipedia. Wikipedia has everything. It knows everything. So we go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia says, is a qualified financial advisor practicing in full services, personal finance. They advise clients on investments, insurance, tax, retirement, and estate planning. Okay, that's getting closer, better definition, I think. One of the key learnings in the Wikipedia definition is it says a qualified financial advisor. So a financial planner is a qualified financial advisor. So a financial advisor is much broader of a term. Financial planner is a qualified financial advisor. So that's I can see that. And I think you read a few other things like Smart Asset, on the internet, and it says a financial planner specializes in creating a comprehensive plan to help you achieve your long-term goals. In many cases, they also help manage your investment, but that doesn't have to be the case. So all of those definitions are great. All those definitions are great, except the first one. I think it was okay. But, a financial planner is a type of financial advisor. They handle people looking at personal finances, advise clients, and those are good. And then I'll just kind of throw in a plug here. A certified financial planner is someone who has completed relevant coursework in financial planning and passed rigorous examinations. So when you see someone say they're a certified financial planner, they do all those things, but they've gone through a rigorous exam. They have 3+ years of full-time financial planning experience. And more importantly, they have a fiduciary duty to make sure that they're looking out for your best interests, along with, continuous education that they have to prove that they're taking to stay relevant on topics. So those are just kind of definitions of financial planners. But I don't think it tells the whole story, right? I think financial planners, we help you address and answer important questions, right? So really it's about the questions that a client has. And so, but the great thing now is that there's so much information. I mean, it's information galore out there. And like, as they say in New Orleans, there's buku information out there. And it used to be a time when only a few people in the country had access to understanding how money works. and to get answers to their questions and to get access to the markets. It was a time where that was just only a few. And, a lot of things was based on class, it was based on race, it was based on gender, it was based on geography. But you know what? That's not a thing anymore. Information is out there. And all you have to do now is Google it, right? And so you can get that information. You got podcasts, you got blogs. I mean, you got financial counselors, you got TV shows dedicated to nothing but finance. You got Instagrammers, so you can find them on social media, and you got people like me doing podcasts, right? So you can get information anywhere. The importance, though, is, and this is what I think when you ask, what is a financial planner? We help not only give you information, right? Information is a commodity, it's everywhere, but to talk to you about how to apply this information. How do you apply it and apply it correctly? That's what a financial planner does for each individual client. So see, to me, that's answering those questions of how to apply and how to apply correctly is the main role of a financial planner. It's what I get up and do every day. It's what you should probably seek from someone that you're engaging with as a financial planner. And so here's just kind of a list of questions that we get from clients. When they come in, we sit down and talk, and we're going through their financial lives. Few questions, real quick, brief. What does all this information mean to me? So this is one of the first questions. What does all this information mean to me? Again, how do I apply it? How do I apply this information? And I like, I use the analogy is like, I can go read up. I can go to the internet. I can read a blog. I can read a tweet. I can read all these things about my medicines that I take, right? But I need a physician or I need a healthcare professional to tell me what type of doses I need for my body and my ailment. I need them to read the charts to tell what the specific medicine needs to be or what my options are. And I need them to tell me when I can stop or how I need to adjust as my body changes, as life changes. And I need them along the way. And to me, that's similar to what a planner is, right? You can get all the information you want, but how do you apply that to you? How does this information, how do you take these instruments, these tools, and how do they impact your financial life as life changes? So how do I apply, what does this information mean to me is one of the key questions that a financial planner will answer for you. A few additional questions that a financial planner will help you answer. Should I pay down debt or should I invest and save? Get this all the time. People, if you're looking at your situation and you're like, okay, hey, I have a tremendous debt load and I don't have very little savings. Should I just pay down debt first and still keep little savings? Or should I save first and then I pay down debt? And I can tell you, just like most of these questions, they're different for different people. It depends a lot of things on how you spend, your income level. It depends on the interest rates of your debt. Depends on what type of debt it is. It depends on how much you have the ability to save. So it depends on all of those things. And so when we're talking, we're helping you answer that question. We get that question a lot. So that's one of the questions that a financial planner can help you answer. Another question is, how much do I need to save regularly, or should I need to save regularly? That's two separate questions. How much do I need to save, right? So that means that we've done some level of numbers, and we're trying to see what you're capable of doing, right? So we know your income flows, we know your outgoes, we know where you need to be. So I can tell you, okay, this is what you do need to do because you're capable of doing this. Now, you should have to save a lot more than that. You might, in order for you to reach your goal, there might be a number that you should have to save. But with your capacity, so understanding what you have capacity to do and what you should could be two different things. And so we got to take you from what you can do to what you should be able to do. And that might be a gap in and of itself. So how much do you need to save and how much should you save regularly? Those are two different questions, but we help you answer those things as a financial planner. Again, the definition of a financial planner is all the things that I said earlier, but these are the questions that we really get down and ask and that really make a difference. Next question, how much will I need to retire comfortably? Man, I always think about, probably about maybe 10 years ago, ING had this commercial. I don't know if you guys remember it, but people used to walk on the sidewalks or walk into restaurants and they would have this number on their head, like above their head, and it'll be a number. It could be like $2,365,000.20 or whatever. It'd just be a number. And that was their number to retire comfortably. And that is a question like, do I have enough? How much do I need to retire comfortably? A question that most people just don't know. And a planner helps you figure that out at whatever stage in life you are. You could be in your 30s, you could be in your 50s, you could be 60s, and financial planner helps you figure that number out. Next question, how can I reduce my taxes? The more money and the strategy you use to lower your tax burden, the more money you can save, right? And put back for later in life. Even if you put it back and you can't touch it right now, it's still a win for you versus paying it excessively in taxes. So looking at your total plan and whether you're a business owner, whether you're a highly paid professional, or you make middle income America, still, how do you seek to reduce your tax burden, legitimately reduce your tax burden and be able to save more money? That's a question that a financial planner can help you answer. Now, kind of adjacent to how much I need to retire comfortably, the question we ask is, what people ask is, will I outlive my income? See, because at the end of the day, the income is why we work, right? We work to get an income so that we could take care of our household expenses, our lifestyle expenses, and any other things that we want to do, save money. We work to earn an income. That's why we work. And it used to be that you work for a job for 20, 30 years and you get a pension. So that pension replaced your income. Well, there's not many industries that have pensions anymore. Mostly it's just government workers that have pension. So this question of will I outlive my income is very important. It's important for most people working for small businesses in the private sector who own their own business. How can I not outlive my income? Again, this is an important question for somebody who's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I want to make sure that I have money, earning money for me for a long time. A financial planner can help you understand what that need is and how to take money from different sources and different buckets, how to develop those buckets, and then how to take money from those so that you can have a better chance, a higher probability of not outliving your income. Because we don't have pensions anymore, we have to do that evaluation to see what makes sense. And we have to take into account that now we're in this higher inflation environment. Who knows how long this inflation environment is going to last? So that means the cost of things are going to be going up tremendously. So even though I might have a steady income, I might have Social Security, I might have a small pension, or I might have a bucket of assets that I'm taking a little money from. I may have those things, but if the price of things are going up at a higher rate, then even though I have an income, I don't have the same purchasing power. Again, a financial planner, we help answer these questions. Why? Will I outlive my income? Okay. Another question is, what type of insurance I need and how much do I need? whether we're talking about life insurance, term, whole life, what type of coverage I need, how much do I need, disability, long-term care, what type of coverage I need, how much do I need, auto, home, umbrella. Look, we need to make sure we have enough coverage for risk management's sake, right? We need to make sure we're paying a fair price for the coverage we get, right? We don't want to overinsure or underinsure. And a financial planner can sit down with you and talk about those options and let you know how to best use your risk management program. Okay, the worst case scenario program. Next question, where to invest my savings? Get a lot of people who are savers come in. Like, where do I invest this money? I want to invest. I want to participate in the market. Do I do it through the different type of accounts, 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks? Do I go open a savings account? Do I do it in my life insurance? Do I just go buy real estate? All of those ways are ways you can invest savings to try to grow over time, right? They all have their pros and cons. Some are more liquid than others. Some are tax advantage. Some are not. And then they also ask, like, what type of allocation should I use? Like, should I use more stocks? Should I use bonds? Should I use CDs, mutual funds, exchange traded funds? Those are all the different, within where to invest my savings, there are sub questions up under there. And as a planner, as we understand your situation, we can help you answer those questions. All right. Should I invest now or should I wait? All right. The answer is going to always be invest now, right? That always seems to be the answer. Like, invest now. But often this question is asked in the context of the market volatility, having downside volatility, right? So the market's going down, people are worried. They like, hey, should I invest now or should I just hold off and wait? See, that fear and greed. So fear and greed lead, right? They lead everybody's investment decisions and investment discussions. They tend to run around and invest when the market is up, and they are reluctant when the market is down, which is the absolute wrong thing to do, right? You want to be invest consistently, but you definitely want to invest when the market's down, and you want to, just be very cautious when the market is too overvalued, right? But you want to be consistent. So should I invest now or wait is a question that we get. And there could be some valid circumstances to waiting, right? There could be some valid circumstances. You could have no cash reserves, low cash reserves, and so we might want to wait. You could be going through some type of transition. You might want to wait. So there could be legitimate reasons to that should I invest now or wait, that would go into a wait mode. All right, next question. Speaking of life events, you could have a major life event. And we get this all the time. What do I do next? Because people can be frozen by life events. I mean, you could get married, right? What do me and my spouse do? Do we join our money together? Do we plan to buy a house? Do we plan on family? If we're blending families, what do we focus on? Like, how do we work this? That could be a major life event that people say, what do I do next? Divorce, big one. What do I do next? Family member dies. What do I do next? Promotion. I get a job promotion. I go take another job at another company. I get laid off. What do I do next? Child is born. What do I do next? Want to buy a new home. I'm looking at what are my options? Do I sell? Do I rent my other house? Do I, what type of house can I afford? What should I buy? What shouldn't I buy? All of those are major. So major life events happen to all of us. It will continue to happen. It's doing life. Doing life will happen. And the what do I do next is the information can be out there, but a financial planner can help you look at your situation and say, what do I do next? Next one is, what happens to all my stuff when I die? So if financial planner or you've read and you've gathered things, assets, and with home, cars, bank accounts, investment accounts, what happens to all that stuff when I die? A financial planner can help you think through that whole scenario and help you figure out what it is that you want to do and how do you want to communicate that, and help you in that communication with an attorney to draw up your wills and trusts. So that question of we help you answer that question is what happens to all my stuff when I die? All right. So have you ever asked yourself any of these questions? Have you ever asked yourself any of these questions? If so, have you received the answer to your question? And lastly, I'll ask you, how confident are you in knowing that the answer you think you received is the right and best answer for your life now and in the future? So if you think that that's a flowing thing, if you're uncertain of whether that's that you have the right answer, or you haven't gotten any answer to your question, then these are just 10 simple questions that we as financial planners are trained at walking you through to understand what this means to you. And we get these questions constantly. There are many more complicated ones. And if you think you can just read a book and listen to a podcast to answer each of these questions, take into account every twist and turn that life has and will bring for you, then maybe you don't need a financial planner. However, if you ever find yourself looking for a seasoned veteran, I think I have someone I can introduce you to. All right. So thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Dads and Dollars. I hope you were able to learn a few things and understand more about the role of a financial planner. And, any inquiries you have, just give us a shout at info@dadsanddollars, at dadsanddollars, dads with an N, dollars.com. Please share with our podcast with others. Please also leave us a review on where you listen to your podcast. Rate us, review us, give us 5 stars. We really would appreciate that. So until next time, check you out on the next episode of Dads and Dollars.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Dads and Dollars. If you found the information shared today valuable, please share with your friends and family via your social media. If you have a request for a future financial topic for Dads and Dollars, please email us at ask@dadsanddollars.com. For further information on your financial journey, you may purchase The Quest for Financial Independence, 10 areas of your financial planning you should not ignore, by visiting our website, dadsanddollars.com. The opinions voiced in this podcast are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be suitable for you, consult the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. Individual tax and legal matters should be discussed with your tax or legal professional. Economic forecasts set forth may not develop as predicted, and there can be no guarantee that strategies promoted will be successful. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Traditional IRA account owners have considerations to make before performing a Roth IRA conversion. These primarily include income tax consequences on the converted amount in the year of conversion, withdrawal limitations from a Roth IRA, and income limitations for future contributions to a Roth IRA. In addition, if you are required to make a required minimum distribution, RMD, in the year you convert, you must do so before converting to a Roth IRA. Asset allocation does not ensure a profit or protect against a loss. There is no assurance that the techniques and strategies discussed are suitable for all investors or will yield positive outcomes. The purchase of certain securities may be required to affect some of these strategies. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Guests and their companies are not affiliated with or endorsed by LPL Financial or Intellis Advisory Group. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Intellis Advisory Group, a registered investment advisor. Intellis Advisory Group and Intellis Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.